Hey folks, big ol' welcome back to the channel. Like I said, we are back in action. Today's video, we're going to be showing you how to change the oil in the oil filter on this 2013 Ducati Diavel. All you're going to need is this here 6 horsepower Allen wrench thinger, a oil filter wrench over there, some towels, and a drain pan. At the end of this video, we're also going to show you how to adjust the chain because mine's getting a little bit loose, and these things are a little bit more interesting than your normal bike because it's a single-sided swing arm, so you can't just crank on the little chain adjusters. I'm going to show you how to do it, so let's get on into it. I'm assuming y'all pretty much know how to do a generic oil change already. It's pretty much the same thing, just on a bike, on a Ducati Superbike nonetheless. So as you can tell on the side here is your sight glass. See how much oil you've got. So let's tilt it and see. She fills up nice and slow, but it is some dark oil. It's hard to tell because I can't see that. There we go. That's some dark oil, so we need to drain that stuff on out of there. So now when you take a look-see under here, right about here is our oil drain, and right about here is the oil filter. So first we're going to pull this oil drain out with our 6 horsepower Allen socket bolt thing, and then we're going to pull out this here oil filter. Got an oil filter wrench, but I don't think it's going to fit in there, so looks like we're going to have to get the socket for that one. Sorry folks, I lied to you. It's actually a 5 horsepower Allen. Luckily we got the viral $99 Husky set from Home Depot off TikTok that has everything in it. So let's get this oil out of here. Alrighty, so we got our juices out. Pretty dark looking to me. And drain plug looking alright. There's a couple little shavings, but from what I've seen in other videos, it's nothing abnormal with these Ducati super bikes. So let's get that filter off and then put the drain plug back in, throw in the oil, and we'll move on to adjusting that chain. Usually I don't have much faith in this type of oil filter, but this time it actually held together and pulled it off. Alright, we've got our new K&N 153 filter put back on, and we got our drain plug screwed back in. Don't mind the drips still because it gets stuck in this plastic tray up here once you're getting the oil filter off, and now it's just dripping everywhere. But let's put some oil in her. So this bad unit takes 3.5 quarts of this Ducati 1550 oil. So let's pour that on in there. Alrighty, we got our 3.5 quarts of oil in. So let's tip it over and see if it shows up. And there we go. Now it looks a little high because the oil filter's not filled, and that's probably like half a quart maybe. So we gotta run it for a minute and then we'll check it again and see if it dropped down to those 2 lines there. So it should be somewhere in between there. Well, ain't this I guess this is what happens when you only ride it once in the past like month and a half or so. She's tired. Well, in order to run it and check the oil, I'm gonna have to charge the battery up for a little while. But in the meantime, this is the best way I can show you how to adjust your chain. So these 2 bolts right in here, there's one here and there's one here that's on the back side of this wheel. Those are gonna have to be loosened, not taken out, just loosened. And then it's gonna be hard to get you in here. Let me try from this way. Right there is where your little crescent wrench, I'll show you in a second, is gonna hook on to, so that you can tighten or loosen this whole hub. So let's get you to see that crescent wrench, and let's get in on here. So this is that special wrench that I ordered to be able to adjust the chain. I got it off Amazon. I think it's actually called a spanner, I'm not sure, but if you just look up like Ducati chain adjuster, this thing will probably come up for you. Alright folks, so on this cool little diagram says that that's supposed to be 9 to 11 millimeters. As you can see from the side there. And we did check it, we pushed down, and it seems to be right. So we're going to go ahead and tighten her up and be done with this thing for the day while this charges. Alrighty guys, so we got the green light, we are charged up. So let's pull this guy out and check it to make sure that the oil level is at the correct level, and then we're going to send her on her way. Well folks, we ran it for a little bit. I got to check the oil in about another 2 minutes because I'm letting it cool off so all that oil filter oil comes back down. But anyways, we checked the chain tightness after running it a little bit, moved it a couple feet at a time, checked to make sure it didn't get tight, there were no tight spots. So we're looking good on the chain tightness. We should be good on the oil, no leaks. So also, if you're a Ducati Diavel owner, or Ducati, or a couple other kinds of bikes, you might know the words Tune Boy, and we will be doing something with a Tune Boy in the coming weeks as well, with this guy. So keep an eye on my channel, because we're gonna figure out how to tune this darn thing, because you get behind it and it just smells like there's way too much gas being mixed in. Also, don't forget to join us next week, because as you can see, we've got the Cow Lover 6 back, and we've made some upgrades that I'm going to show you, and we're going to continue making upgrades of this thing to personalize it and do what S10 drivers pretty much do all the time, which is just rice them out. So join us next week for that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys later.